I think we're ready to go again. It's hard to see, but there we go. What do we find? I'm up to 2.59 QN in coal. 52 droids and 1.2 quadrillion gold, and the game is still running just fine. We can still do a lot better. First thing I'm gonna do is put all these idiots onto the furnaces, that way they're not in my way all the time. I can't even see where I'm clicking anymore. It's fun because I almost don't have enough furnaces for all these stupid droids. In fact, I actually don't. I've got to put them wherever else I can fit them in. I mostly just want them out of my view though, so that's not too bad. What about you? Can I attach droids to you? You don't do anything anyway. But what's the point? I can speed up the nothing that you do. I didn't know you could attach them to these things. That's gonna make them even faster. And what is it we learned last time? Make sure you have an abundance of gems before you go and do anything stupid. Game, I need some rubies. Oh, is it? We're managing to find 276 billion topazes, but only 3,000 rubies. And that many stones. That's a little better. 300,000. Hey, buddy, you know that big crystal you were mining? Just get a shovel and dig in the dirt. You might be surprised at the result. Now that I got my rubies back, time for something really interesting. This is going to be a really expensive gamble. And I am going to bring a few droids with me because I think they can pick up the stuff that I can't reach. Not entirely sure of that, but I'm really hoping so. That seems to be the case. I was a little worried about having all these resources sitting on the ground. And can I get a long-range obliterator? I hate building these. In case you're wondering what I'm getting at right now, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure. I'm kind of formulating a plan as I go. Did those bricks just disappear on me or did the robots pick them up? So I'm definitely a little bit nervous about this, but we're still going to try it anyway. Because the best ideas always start with, I'm not really sure what I'm doing. The last of the lighthouses have been defeated. All I want to do now is just buy the rest of the land. I didn't really want to do that and destroy the lighthouses without getting the materials for them. Oh, am I missing one? 48 out of 49. Well, where is it? Did I accidentally build one and it counts as real? I don't know where the missing one is. In the end, that shouldn't really matter because my idea doesn't really involve that. Basically, I'm going to start a new lighthouse setup right about here somewhere. Because as someone suggested, and from what I've seen before, the biome actually affects what's coming out of the ground, so the snow is my best option. It's just a little bit tricky because there's always something in my way. Like this idiot, and I can't do anything about him, he's just stuck here. But you know what, as long as I can dig under him, we'll be alright. The other problem I'm facing is every once in a while I come across a piece of land that just cannot be removed no matter what I do. Which is this one in this case, which is really annoying because I really needed to go somewhere else. But actually, after looking into it, I'm going to shift things just a little bit. I should actually pay attention to how many things I can fit in before I really decide my locations. Turns out you can fit a lot of lighthouses into a small area if you do it efficiently. We're going to circle it with lighthouses. They're going to reach there, and this 4 squares is going to be the spots that 1,000,000 lighthouses are going to affect. If I give you what you want, will you kindly get out of my way? I need a ton of poop. I probably have that. I have quite a lot of everything. Honestly, only 779 billion. That's a pretty big number. Does that cover you, do you think? He's still in the way, and I need a key. And skeletons don't attack me anymore, thanks to my very helpful guy. You know what, this won't do at all. He's got to look completely plain, or he doesn't work at all. And some of this happy little island are in the way, so they've got to go. This is a very easy puzzle to solve, which should take you no more than 2 tries, unless you're stupid like me. And more stuff I need to take off my face. Those would have been helpful earlier. You know what? Those can stay. My favorite part about the obliterator is how unreliable it is for removing land. It works great eventually, but sometimes it takes 10 minutes to remove one single square. I see that part of the problem now is actually the droids hanging out over top of the squares. They actually get in the way, so I'm gonna go ahead and put them elsewhere. Yeah, once those idiots are out of the way, look how much easier this is. Though we still have 1 or 2 absolutely invincible spots that I cannot get rid of no matter what I try. But I'm just gonna pretend those don't exist. Or better yet, I'm just gonna shift my path over one so it accommodates that invincible spot. Well, that's what you get for not getting out of my way. Enjoy your new island. Of all the things I'm doing, it turns out that removing the land is the most time consuming because sometimes it just doesn't want to play ball. I don't even want to talk about the amount of time it's taken me to do this so far. Basically, this is all I'm doing is just clicking and hoping that land is going to be removed. Just about got it to where I want it, still a little bit more work, but it's going to look something like this. Lighthouses are going to encompass basically this entire radius. That way we're going to get the maximum in and hopefully break the game or something fun because of it. If not, we'll just move on from there and see what's next. The only thing we have to do now is half-price building materials, and then figure out exactly how this is going to fit in. The lighthouses can start something like this, then we're going to put one there and then one there and circle out from there, so these 2 are in their permanent location, so we'll build out from there as efficiently as we can. And no, I'm not going to count these. You guys are welcome to if you want. All I know is there's going to be a lot. And unfortunately, this is going to be the first one blocking my view, but these are all going to be in their permanent, most efficient possible locations, so as long as I build out from here, we should be just fine. We are about a quarter of the way done. It looks something like that. Still got going to fill in all of these areas, and it's kind of hard to see because lighthouses are in the way of everything. But I am just going to keep going for now because I'm going to build as many as I can while I have the half price resources. Then when that runs out, I can destroy a few of them and just gain more resources back again. The best part of this is my clicking is wildly inaccurate. That way I miss sometimes and have to go and destroy one, wasting even more of my precious time. And right there, I ran out of resources, which is great because the half price lighthouse thing wore off, so I'm going to destroy some of these, get my coins back, and start again. Probably about 3/4 of the way there now, so we're actually going to add a lot of lighthouses to this, so this should be really hard on the game. I think I got an extra 5 lighthouses that time, so if I destroy 5, I gotta get 5 back sort of thing, so this time I'm gonna destroy even more. It's a bit of a process, but I'm almost there anyway. I'm actually gonna build a bridge around the perimeter of all these, that way I can just walk the perimeter every time, destroy as many as possible, and not have to replace anything more than I have to. I think doing this just one more time should get me to where I'm going. While I'm waiting, I'm gonna burn up a bunch of these spirit orbs I was gathering at the market last time. Turns out you can actually trade these for droids at some of the other altar things. The last time I could have done the whole droid thing a lot faster. And one thing I do want to take a look at before I move any further is the value of the plastic. I believe we have 4.57 trillion plastic. They're worth 80 gold each. So when we sell that, we're up to 1.66 QUs. I'm not really sure how to comprehend the math at this point, but I feel like that's a lot. And I'm thinking we're probably going to find a lot more of those QUs up here once we start actually harvesting the snow ground. I like how much quieter things are this time because I don't have a billion furnaces working all at once. Even at half price now, every lighthouse costs 57,000 brick, almost 10,000 steel, and almost 30,000 glass for every one. Now that I've got them all reinstated, I think it's time to actually go for this, so I've got to manage to remove most of the ramp as best I can without my droids getting in the way, and then put the lighthouses all the way up this row, and I have 3 minutes and 40 seconds to do that, which is pretty annoying. At least I do have double the movement and attack speed currently, so I should hopefully be able to get these out of the way. I've got like 6 spots to go, but it might actually take me over 3 minutes to do this. I might actually have to retry this without the droids because I think they're just getting in the way more than anything. I'm actually going to go for that right now. I'm just going to put the droids wherever they can fit so they're out of my way, and then hopefully I'll be able to remove the path properly. I've still got 2.5 minutes to work with, so that's probably lots of time. Getting rid of the droids really actually worked. I've got 2 minutes to spare, and I even got rid of the invincible piece somehow. Wow, that actually worked alarmingly good. Alright, final lighthouses. At this point they're costing, well, that much. 50,000 brick, 25,000 glass, 9,000 steel. And they're only going to get more expensive as I go through this. And the final one? Boom. There's a pretty perfect circle of lighthouses. And I can barely even see what I'm standing on. It's a square of 4 pieces. I almost should have gotten rid of my mining rods before I did this, but as you can see I'm not really finding a lot of resources right now anyway. So let's dig it up and see what we can find. First try. We're up to 240 trillion sand and 21.2 million iron ore. So I'm going to sell those things, that way we can see the actual amount starting from scratch. We're up to over 2 QUs. And what was the other thing we found? I think there were some arrows in there. The iron ore I don't actually have on me. Now the best part of all, I get to sit here and wait for those digging spots to go away so we can try it again until I find plastic. I think we're ready to go again. It's hard to see, but there we go. What do we find? I'm up to 2.59 QN in coal. I kind of wish I had that on me right now. I want to see what that's worth. I guess it's probably 1 gold each, so whatever it was in QNs. I would also like to take this quiet moment to sit here and reflect on how the game is still running completely smoothly despite the fact I have this many resources, this many lighthouses. But don't worry, we can still do better. Really hoping for some plastic. More of the same. Oh wait, we got new poop. 779 billion in 1 scoop to be exact. That's worth 779 billion gold, which feels like a small amount at this point. It didn't even up my QUs, I'm still only at 2.2. This is conceivably the most amount of materials you can find. If I had access to a shrine, I could be finding double this, but I wanted to fit as many lighthouses as possible in. You might be able to squeeze another 1 or 2 in if you had a better island layout, but I had to work with what I had. Now, I'm going to sit here until I find plastic. I don't care how long it takes, I'm going to do it. Why such a small amount of leather? Only 1.07 million, that's hardly worth anything. Feeling lucky. Well, I did at least find 2.59 QN sand, have no idea how much that is, so let's see how much the game likes it. We're up to 3.24 QNs. I still want plastic. Maybe this time? Nope, 1 leather. I've got 800 lighthouses here and I find 1 leather. But I guess I'm just going to keep selling sand. Maybe the game will break that way eventually. 6.5 QNs. This time I'm not going to find plastic. Seriously? 1 sand and 2 papers. Officially, this is the point where I hate this idea. Well, at least we're consistent with the amount of sand we're finding. Give it up, game. Oh, I think I got it. 1 plastic. That is my reward. 1 plastic for hours of effort. Nah, we could do better. We'll keep going till we find more. And nothing. I've got all day, game. Rubies? Ooh, what do we think 2.59 quadrillion rubies is worth? Let's find out. From 12.9 up to 293 quadrillion. I'm not even sure that's a real thing, but I've got it. Now I'm also just really curious to see what comes after that. 4 squares is not really enough to enjoy. That's a new record, 5.18 quadrillion sands, because we found 2 stacks of them. Managed to find 2.59 QN amethyst. This should bump up my pay. Almost there. I'm really beginning to wonder if I did kind of break the game, because every time I dig now, I find single items of everything. 1 poop, 1 sand, 1 gold ore. As you may recall, I was finding considerably more than that about 5 minutes ago. Suddenly, I just can't find any more than single items. Let's put this to the test. Are we going to find more than 1 of anything? No, we are not. Come on, big numbers. Not sure at this point if this idea is a success or a failure right now. That was about 7 digs in a row where I didn't find more than 1 material of any one kind. Whereas a few minutes before that, I was finding numbers so large that I don't even know what they are. Maybe the game only allows so many things to be spawned on at one time. Let's try making the area just a little bit bigger, because I think I can actually get away with that without making much of a difference. We'll go do the half price build, add some lighthouses, try just 1 more time. Alright, did I fix the problem or make it worse? I seem to have fixed it. I only found 1 ruby, but I am back on the sand program, so that's very interesting. Back to finding some gems. Gotta get all the way up to that next number. I really want to see what's next. Oh, so it starts going up by thousands suddenly. Well, isn't that just great? I'm up to 1102 QNs.